Every single point I'm going to show you proves my point pretty much beyond any doubt, and there are countless others I do not mention. First, I've sealed off the vent, and the air has been more fresh ever since then. Only at nighttime, when I suspect someone sprays under my door, probably my parents, do I get gas these days. And that is what the blood in this video is from, bloody nose. So you have the bloody nose, you have the sealed vent. Okay, so now let's go here. Gas mask, when I wear it, you know, and I have the filter too. That's you know, I'll show you the filter as well.
How many of you need to buy one of these?
How many of you need to buy one of those?
Okay. Yeah. So I was experimenting with this, you know.
So when I put it on with the filter, you know, when they're gassing me, it's, you know, I'm relieved. Another coughing. Okay, so now we'll go to the next proof.
This series, Gang Stalking and Perp in our 20s debriefing ladder version.
Can you say anything about what?
About me needing to be in the psych ward or anything like that.
$2,200
Did he try to get you to help him get me to the psych ward? So he asked you to help piss me off so that I go to the psych ward?
Yeah. Alright, so I've proven their motive and intent.
So, did that atheist guy really tell you to provoke me to go to the psych ward?
Yes.
Doesn't that seem out of the ordinary?
Okay. Now this one, I have another one where it's a more updated one where there's actually 6. I show that there are people who complain the same thing, okay, of tampering or other, you know, products, and some of the stuff shows technology and so on and so forth, but that's pretty much irrelevant. Though the other side is going to use that weak stuff to try to say that, well, they also complain of this, this, and this. Yes, because there's people who are doing disinformation on purpose. And I do believe the government does experiment with technology on political dissidents and undesirables, but, you know, I don't know for sure. What I do know for sure is that they do tamper with the food, and I've already proven it in this video, but let's go on. So I've proven motive. I've shown evidence that, you know, even now I'm coughing, you know, from gassing last night. I've shown evidence of blood and coughing and sealing the vent and the gas mask, making it better. And so now, you know, this is the government license plate. Of the person in the parking lot.
So this is gonna probably come out sideways. I
believe it's Popeye's Chicken on the east side. Sounds like
editor or the editor on YouTube. Anyway, this is from some months back. I referenced this video in one of my videos. It's about how a female that I was with noticed the gang stalkers as well. A gang stalker as well, government gang stalker. And, you know, I brought it up when I said, is that the guy who was talking to you inside? Before she said anything about it, you know, being strange or anything like that. And she was like, yeah. I said, look at his license plate. It's the government's license. Watch. It was government place, right?
Yeah, he's like, oh my god, I almost fell for it.
Let's see, what did he say? So what I told about the gang stalking, right?
Oh my gosh. No, but you don't understand though. He like went out of his way trying to talk to us.
Exactly.
Did you notice that?
I'm recording this by now so I can get on record.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I almost fell for it.
I already knew what it was, but I didn't want to
almost
say it.
fell for it. And then at the back of my head, I was thinking, how does he know you're not my boyfriend? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why the fuck is he talking? You know, how does he know we're not your family? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Isn't it odd for another man to talk to a woman who's with another man?
Exactly.
It is crazy.
This is what these people do. They do little things trying to get
And he's all like, he just seems so like such a square and such a nice, like, charming dude. Like, he was just trying to make friends. Like, he was telling me how, you know, he was just trying to tell me about himself. Like, he was telling me, like, oh, you're from around here? Where you from? And I told him Ethiopia. And then he's like, did you hear that?
No, I didn't even see him talk to you.
No, my God. When we first ordered, he said that.
Listen carefully. Listen carefully.
Oh my God, that shit fucking weird. And then I told him Ethiopia, and then I came to the table, and then we went to the bathroom to wash the kid's hands, and he started talking to me over there while I'm waiting for the door to open.
What faction the
and he was telling me how he's like, you know, he's like, no, I'm from California, but I'm from LA. You know what I mean?
Well, you can watch this video for yourself. I don't want to make this video too long, but yeah. So now I've established that other people who were riding with me have noticed the gang stalking as well. And this is the one time this person went somewhere with me during the intense stage of the gang stalking. The one time. And boom, automatically, government plates, government person, because we saw him in the car talking on the cell phone as we left the Popeye's Chicken, I believe it was, in the east side, San Jose.
So, I have 4 questions for you real fast. You know, how long have you known me, would you say?
14 years.
All right, do you think that I need psychiatric medication or psychiatric help?
No. 14 years. You're one of my only local friends.
And she lives in the most populated apartment complex in San Jose. Okay, where there's people in the ghetto. Now, if you could make the argument that poor people are all batshit fucking crazy, but nobody is going to believe you and nobody's going to want to hear that complete outright lie. So I'm more normal than the poor people in the most populated complex in all of San Jose. Okay? From the person who's known me for 14 years. 14 fucking years. The person who knows me best, arguably, of anyone in the entire world, because I actually confide in them. That was the same person in the car you saw in the other video. Okay? So what have I established now in this video? I established that the gassing caused my nose to bleed. And during the video, it's also caused, you know, because this is the same morning. That blood in the nose was from this morning. Okay? I threw it away, but, you know, so you can still, now you see another symptom of gassing, which is the coughing. Well, not the coughing, but clearing my throat, having to clear my throat over and over again because of the gassing. I've established that other people have been complaining about, oh, I forgot. Yes, there's one last thing I'm going to do to remind you. This is the Justice Department statistical report from 2009. I believe it was published 2012 because the thing on the thing said 2012. Anyway, it says the number 2 reason for gang stalking, or for group stalking, for stalking in general, is control. Okay? It says that cyber stalking is a part of it, electronic monitoring. But that's not so much for this video. Table 9 is the second highlighted thing you see there on the list. Talk to a mental health professional. 9.4% of people did, so 1 in 10 did. So, you know, I've established that they want to bring me to the psych ward, so they're trying to stalk me to get me to talk to a mental health professional to drug me, which is illegal as shit. You know, your mental health treatment is up to you as long as you're not a danger to yourself or others. So they're cheating. You know, they're doing something that's completely immoral, wrong, and almost 2,000 people die from psych meds every fucking day in Western countries alone. You know, that's how evil what they're doing is. And you look at how the victim felt when the stalking harassment began: annoyed, angry, frightened, helpless, depressed, sick, suicidal. You've noticed I've been angry, right? That's the number one thing. 72.5% of people, when it began, felt angry. Okay, when it progressed, 74.2%. So 3 out of 4 were very angry as it progressed. It slightly rose about almost 2%, you know, as it progressed. Okay, and you see me in my videos very angry. Rape, sexual assault happens. Okay, illegal entering of the house. Okay, that's almost 1 in 10 experience of all stalking. You know, look how many victims. Let me, I believe this is the front page. Yes, see the front page. During a 12-month period right here. During a 12-month period, an estimated 3.4 million persons, 3.4 million people, 1 in 10 of them. Okay, that is fucking 340,000 people a year experience as part of their stalking illegal entering of the house. You see how ridiculous it is to assume that I'm wrong with all the fucking evidence? You know, you must come to the conclusion that your government is using these statistics to try to get away with government harassment. Okay? Now, percent of victims, right? 62.1% is a single person stalking. Okay, when you add up 2, 3, or more, or number unknown, okay, you get 38.9%. Excuse me, 37.9%. Almost 38%, which is called 38% of all stalking is either group stalking or the number is unknown. And the number is unknown probably because there's more than one person doing it in most of those cases. So around, we'll just say about 35% of it is group stalking, over 1 in 3. Okay, so that's over 1 million cases a year of group stalking. Okay, and I think that was the last. Okay, here we go. So 1% of the victims say the police officers are doing it. 1%. Don't you see? Don't you see what that means? What does that mean that 1% of it is a police officer? That means that about, 34,000 cases of stalking every year is done by a police officer. Well, it's a little 0.8, so we'll call it 30,000. We'll just, somewhere around 30,000 every year. Okay? 30,000 every single year. That's about 100 cases a day of stalking being done by a police officer. And we're not talking about, surveillance here. We are talking about, obviously, fucking illegal stalking, off-duty police officers, etc., etc. We are talking about, abuse of authority. Not just fucking, I'm a drug dealer and they're stalking me or something, but actually fucking abusing their authority. For example, a cop who has a crush on a female won't leave her alone. Shows up at her work and shit with flowers and shit, bitch, shit like that. So now 42% found that the pigs were not helpful. Okay, so when you add up all the evidence here, I have proven definitively that they are group stalking me. It is the government doing it, and the spiritual bottom feeders obviously are helping them. Satanists, the worst criminals, LGBT community, feminists, atheists, racists, and you have to watch my other videos to prove that. But this video definitely showed the atheist aspect and the mental health aspect of it and the law enforcement aspect of it. Okay? Period. And it screams law enforcement because my parents are helping them out. So I don't think that anything else really needs to be said here. I would love to hear how any of you could possibly make up an excuse at all, for any of this, 1 in 4 cyber stalking, Fucking I have 4,000 videos on the internet. Of course they're cyber stalking me. I mean, I don't see how anyone could possibly pretend that I'm wrong after the proofs I've shown you in this video alone. And then I have other ones. I have 3 other people who have known me for times ranging from about a year to about 3 years. Okay? All of them say that I come off as normal. Then I have people that have known me for maybe a month or so who are other targeted individuals who say that I come off as normal. They believe me. I mean, it's just an abundance of evidence. There isn't just one of these things by themselves would bring great credence and credibility to myself and what I'm saying. Okay? But when you couple them all together, you would have to be fucking insane. It is beyond not just socially normative to believe me when I couple all this stuff together. It is insane not to believe me. Thank you. I must warn you, what you're about to see is disgusting. I'm about to show you blood from me blowing my nose. You can't really see anything too nasty. You just see moisture and blood stains. So 3, 2, 1. They are gassing me. Not only do I have different signs, my nose even is bleeding. Horrible headache. My ears feel like I'm on an airplane. You know that feeling when you get when you're at high altitude and you gotta pop your ears all the time or something. Dizzy, sore throat. They are gassing me. These are the same dogs that killed millions of people in Biafra. Rockefeller was alive and well then, Kissinger, etc. These are the same scumbags. Same ones. Overseeing this government harassment. They're ultimately the guys in charge of it. Same secret society filth, same old fucking geezers, same shriveled dick old cowards. Every single point I'm going to show you proves my point pretty much beyond any doubt. and there are countless others I do not mention. First, I've sealed off the vent, and the air has been more fresh ever since then. Only at nighttime, when I suspect someone sprays under my door, probably my parents, do I get gas these days. And that is what the blood in this video is from, bloody nose. So you have the bloody nose, you have the sealed vent. Okay, so now let's go here. Gas mask, when I wear it, you know.
So, did that atheist guy really tell you to provoke me to go to the psych ward?
Yes.
Doesn't that seem out of the ordinary?
Okay. Now this one, I have another one where it's a more updated one where there's actually 6. I show that there are people who complain the same thing, okay, of tampering or other, products, and some of the stuff shows technology and so on and so forth, but that's pretty much irrelevant. Though the other side is going to use that weak stuff to try to say that, well, they also complain of this, this, and this. Yes, because there's people who are doing disinformation on purpose. And I do believe the government does experiment with technology on political dissonance and undesirables, but, I don't know for sure. What I do know for sure is that they do tamper with the food, and I've already proven it in this video, but let's go on. So I've proven motive. I've shown evidence that, even now I'm coughing, from gassing last night. And I have the filter too. That's I'll show you the filter as well.
How many of you need to buy one of these?
How many of you need to buy one of those?
Okay.
Indeed.
Yeah. So I was experimenting with this,
So when I put it on with the filter, when they're gassing me, it's, I'm relieved. Another coughing. Okay, so now we'll go to the next proof.
This series, Gang Stalker and Perp in her 20s debriefing ladder version.
Did you say anything about what?
About me needing to be in the psych ward or anything like that.
$2,200
Did he try
or
to get
something.
you to help him get me to the psych ward? So he asked you to help piss me off so that I go to the psych ward?
All right, so I've proven their motive and intent